members, good evening. My audience, good evening. For to everybody that has been supporting us on this channel, everybody that has been watching our videos, that have been reacting, that have been sharing, and those that have subscribed lately and those that have subscribed before. We want to especially appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for showing us that you like what we are doing. Thank you for showing us that you like African stories. You know, these stories that we share on this channel, they are not just stories. They, like I've always said, they are stories that can be interpreted in real life experiences. There are these stories that we always share. There are stories that every other or most people, especially in Africa, have been experiencing. Stories, especially in the rural areas where people are not highly educated, and even in the urban areas where we have people that are educated that are taking advantage of other people. So these are the things we are experiencing in Africa. So we decide to be saying to be bringing these stories to you in form of stories, in form of African folk tales, as African folk tales stories, so that you understand our culture, you understand how how Africa is, and why you get entertained. So this evening, I just want to have a time with us. I just want to have a time with us and see if any of you also you are from Africa and you have a story to share with us. While we are young, while we are growing up, evenings like this, elders will sit us down and tell us stories from the animal kingdom, from the animals kingdom, stories about how a lion wanted to in the kingdom of the lion's kingdom. um, the king wanted to give uh, his daughter out, and he decided to call for a party. He decided to call people, other animals, to come together and see who will be able to go or take away his daughter. They will give them some form of task, give them some task that anybody that will be able to carry out the task and carry out the task effectively will be the person that will go home with the the daughter. So it has been, or it was such an experience that we grown not to forget. Even now that we are no longer kids, we still remember those days where we sit under the moonlight. We sit sometimes we sit around the fire, and then our elders will be telling us stories from the animals kingdom, telling us stories about from the tortoise, from elephants, as from monkeys, snakes, all of that. They'll be telling us stories using these animals, and it has always been um, a time of learning, time of coming together, and there's something that does to us when people sit together to tell stories in groups, and there's that form of unity that it shows that the people are united. And for children, when you listen to such stories, you grow, and you because there are lessons when you are listening to those stories. There are lessons you take home from those lessons. So this evening, if you're joining me, I don't know if it's possible to bring anybody on, but if you're joining me, um just signify, let me know if you also have a story to share with us, because some of these stories, anytime I start talking about these stories, I also feel I used to reconnect back to those days that we used to when we were little kids, and people will sit us down, our parents will sit us down, our elderly ones will sit down. Sometimes we play in the night under the moonlight. We do some form of play, hide and seek, all those kind of things. We used to do it while we were small. So when I sat down, I just started thinking about all these things, And the excitement, this kind of excitement I was having, I decided to say, okay, let me have a channel where I'll be discussing or I'll be sharing stories concerning that. Just yesterday, as a story I dropped. I don't know if you have watched the video. As a story I dropped about an orphan called Adaora or Adora, as Igbo people will call Adora from the Igbo part of Nigeria. This young lady is somebody who lost her parents while she was young, and you know how our society normally behaves. There's nobody to take care of her. They abandoned her. She was caring for herself. She was fending for herself. Nobody to take care of. Nobody to take care of her. And she was in that situation because the parents are no longer alive. So the story is such an amazing story. I wouldn't want to say everything here. I would encourage you to go and watch the story and understand how Africans are. And there's something I pick out from that story. I understood that anybody that does not give up, anybody that does not give up in this life, regardless of who is standing by you, regardless of who you are, at the end of the day, even life, even life generally will decide to favor you. Yes, it doesn't matter whether you are a Christian, it doesn't matter whether you're a Muslim, it doesn't matter any religion you worship or any god you worship, but the law of nature, by the time you keep doing what you should do and keep diligently keep doing it, at the end of the day you see that everything will answer for you for good. So that is the story of Adora couldn't give up. She couldn't give up. She was doing all she could do just to stand. And there's an older woman in the village that had a pot. The story actually, the title of the story is The Mystery Pot. If you go on my channel, you see the video there so that you watch. The woman has a mystery pot that was given to her by her husband, and inside that mystery pot was wet. It was wet hidden in that mystery pot. And one day, Adora, she kept watching this woman. She kept watching this woman. And one day, she felt, because every time this woman would carry this pot, in fact, she went and hid it in the forest. And every time she would go there to go and feed whatever was in the pot. And Adora kept watching. Adora kept watching until one day she decided to visit, to go with this woman. As the woman was going, she was hiding behind her as she was going until she the woman saw her when she was feeding the pot, and then the woman beckoned on her to come, and the rest is story. In fact, you need to go and watch. I'm just jumping. You need to go and watch the story so that you understand the details of the story. So this is how this is the story of Africans, or this is the story of Africa. Um, we live in a society where once you don't have anybody, especially your parents, your biological parents, the society tends to pay no attention to you, whether you are suffering, whether whatever thing you are passing through, nobody cares because you don't have anybody to stand for you. So this was the situation with Adora. But because she refused to give up, and at the end of the day, her story turned around. She became wealthy. People that were mocking her became her friends. People that were mocking her became people that were hailing her, people that were taking her stories around or her story around, and the rest became history. And she became a wealthy young lady. So at that point, nobody cared whether she have a father, she has a mother, or she has anybody for standing by her, because she's now wealthy. So that is how it is. I believe anybody, you watching me, whether you are from Nigeria, whether you are from any part of the world, I learned that I have more audience from United States. But please, Nigerians, you also need to be watching my videos. I know that I have few people here that are from Nigeria. Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. Thank you so much. How are you doing? So please always watch my videos. Tomorrow I'm working on another story. I can't wait to drop that story for you to watch. I'm working on another story. This story now is going to be sweeter. it's going to be sweeter. I won't tell you until I drop it. I'll be dropping this video, the story on Wednesday. I'm dropping the story on Wednesday by 11 a.m. So if you are yet to subscribe to our channel, go ahead, subscribe so that you won't miss out on that story. I'm working on the story right now. I already have the script, so it's just for me to go ahead and put it together so that day I will share with you. It is anytime I remember childhood. For those of you that are Africans, you remember. You know, they will be telling you stories. Sometimes self, you will not be able to connect with the story. Telling you that this animal is doing this, animal, the rabbit want to give the daughter out, and it has called all the kingdom, including the human kingdom of men, to come and perform certain tasks. Anybody that do this, we end up going home with. And you'll be wondering, animal care, this one. But when you think about the stories and you apply it to the way our life, apply it to our lives, you discover that the stories are not different from what we are also experiencing as human beings. So I just say this, if they let me sit with us. If you have next time, I will try and see if I can actually bring somebody up so that we can be sharing these experiences together. Because for me, this is one thing that made my childhood days exciting. Yes, this is one thing that made my childhood days exciting. Listening to stories, playing under the moonlight. The only thing that you know is to come home and just ask for food. You not even know whether you have taken your bait, or you the only thing that will pursue you to come home is to come and eat. And then possibly, except they hold you, if not possibly go back to play. You play till sometimes you sit and listen to stories from elderly ones and like that. I just wish we have that kind of society again. I just wish our younger ones, because now they say it's Gen Z generation. Nobody is doing all of those things. Nobody is sitting anybody down to tell stories that will make them really understand that they're Africans. They will really understand through the stories. They will really understand how the African society has been, so that they will really understand that they are they have the blood of Africa. They are born and bred in Africa. So these stories has a way of connecting to your roots. Sometimes I will just sit, even though I'm no longer in the village, sometimes I'll just sit and just be reminiscing. I'll just be thinking about those days, and I'll just say, how I wish I can go back to those days and be enjoying all these things. So I just wish our society is still doing that. I just feel that our societies will still do that. Thank you so much, Maulana. Thank you. I don't know where you are watching me from. Just if you can signify where you are watching me from, so that I will know where our stories, where our channel is reaching. Please, if you say hi to me, let me know where you are saying hi to me from. If it's from Nigeria, from the United States, it's from Ghana, anywhere, let us know in the comment section. And if you have any story that you feel I should make a story, or if you have anything at all you want me to make story about, you can also um drop it in the comment section so that I'll make a story about it. But I can tell you the truth. Africans, God made us beautiful. The only problem we have is our leaders. But if you look around Africa, we don't have issues. We don't have natural disaster. The only disaster we have is our leaders. If not, we have good culture. Only in Nigeria we start telling stories about different cultures. Now we'll not be able to finish this year, because only in Nigeria we have over 200 different cultures. So if I start making videos now, it will take me in the next 4 5 months to cover maybe 50 or so cultures in Nigeria alone. And all cultures are beautiful. All cultures are beautiful. Is it the languages? Is it their way of life? Is it their food? Everything is so beautiful. You go to Yoruba land, they will tell you their culture, you learn about their culture. If you go to Igbo, you go to Hausa, you go to Benue, you go to one state will have different kind of cultures, and there are stories that we can tell that will make us feel that yes, this is Africa. I can tell you the truth. The people in the West, that is the people outside the country, they envy our cultures. They like it. That's why you see that right now, majority of them are coming to marry our women because they like our culture. They love our culture. So they are coming to marry our women because they want to connect with Africa. They want to connect with Africa because God made us special. We are special people. How can one country or one state have different cultures and all cultures are beautiful? So you see them coming to marry our women. So I just wish these stories can be even our educational sector can just embrace this and be teaching our story. There should be time. I remember when I was in the village when I was little, when it was small, they would be telling us these stories even in school. We sit and be listening to our teachers tell us stories. These stories I'm sharing now, they will tell us these stories in classes. Maybe during preps or during leisure time, or how is it called? They will be telling us these stories. And it was such a beautiful time. You are not just learning, because in the end, you discover that we are only learning the foreign culture. We are only learning, we're only learning the foreign culture, and we are neglecting our own culture. But we have stories that we can tell about our culture, and it will surprise you that it will go far because the people in the West, they love our culture. So I'm working on another story. I'll be dropping it. I'll be dropping it on Wednesday. Like I said, it's going to be an interesting story. It's going to be an interesting story. So if you like what we are doing, please, anytime you come on see our video, please like it, share it. That is how the YouTube algorithm will be able to suggest these videos to other people, and then you will also be part of our success story. Thank you this evening. Like I said, if you are just coming on this live, just drop where you are watching us from. Drop it in the comment section. Comment section. Let us know where you are watching us from. Drop it in the comment section, and also let us know the kind of story that you want us to drop next. Maybe a story from your culture, a story from your kingdom. We just drop in the comment section so that um, we'll be able to make a story about it. I'll just make a research and make a story about it. It's another way of promoting our cultures, another way of promoting our languages, another way of promoting whatever that is about your culture. So you drop it so that we okay. Salam alaikum. Thank you so much, Gushon Savage. Okay, where are you watching us from? Where are you watching us from? Drop it in the comment section. If you want us to do a story from where you're coming from, please do not shy away. Let us know in the comment section. At the same time, I'm making stories on different things. I'm making stories about disappointments, stories about culture, stories about. It's not been long we started, but we are going to cover all these areas. So that the world, okay, you can imagine that my highest viewers are from the United States. If I check my analytics now, I saw that my highest viewers, people that are viewing my channel most, is from the United States, followed by Nigeria. Thank you so much. So you can see that people value our cultures. The Western world like our cultures, our culture. They like stories. They like when they listen to stories, they like it. Because them, they don't have problem with their country, they don't have issues that we have. So when they're listening to stories, they like it. And it could be your story, could be a story from your village, and it will go viral. People and the world will hear it. Thank you so much for coming on this live. We'll be ending here. I'll be doing this live from time to time so that I'll be interacting with you guys. So if you have any story you want me to do something about, please drop it in the comment section and let us know where you're watching us from. Thank you so much for supporting us. Until I come your way again, remain blessed. Thank you.